in this training, we're going to review the Book Me Solid system. We're going to show how that ad starts a conversation. Then we're going to follow up with them and show you what that looks like. So here we go. So I'm going to I'll hop into my computer first. Here's what the ad looks like that we're currently running. We launched this thing last night. I've had 16 or so through it so far. And this is what the consumer sees. So the consumer clicks on the Learn More button, and that connects you, the agent, one-on-one with the consumer. So you can see exactly what this looks like. You can see that this one unsubscribed here, which basically means they trash canned us, so we can delete that. But your job is to go through here and get a response. So earlier this morning, I started talking with this lady right here. Did you see that one?
Yes.
And, I was like, hey, is he like one of those deadliest catch people? So I want to kind of review this and then ask you, what would you say? Because, she's saying he's out in the ocean for who knows how long. So, like, we need to figure that out and tie that in, see if it's really real or if it's BS. But I like to be conversational and figure that out. And you could do it faster than waiting on a response via email.
Sure.
So the out of the gate, this is the response that we're firing off to buy you some time. So she came back and said, no, thank you. I'm looking for a 1-story house, 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 baths in Savannah. This is where I chimed in. This is called Humanizing the Conversation. I just talked to them. It's just like sending a text to your friend. You just try to get the conversation going. So you can see, I'm like trying to set a date. Cool. When are you looking to move by? Right? She's like, not sure. Just looking online because she's an amputee. She's stuck. She can't go anywhere. And I was like, totally understand that. Are you looking to finance or is this a cash deal? She's actually, it's not me. It's my fiance. So she done changed her story, but we progressed the story. So I'm like, cool. Do you know what y'all's budget is, right? And she's like, between 200 and 300. So great. Any specific areas? So it's very conversational. You just keep asking questions. So she told me all that stuff, and then I started digging more. Do you want a big yard or garage or whatever? She's like, big fence yard, preferably a development with a pool and a playground. He has a daughter and a garage, of course. Anything else you can think of? She's like, no steps. Well, I'm like, pretty much everything has steps. So it's like being helpful. I throw out, hey, we can find somebody to get you a ramp going on if you fall in love with something I show you. So we're trying to be helpful in everything that we send back to them.
Sure.
So she's like, cool. And then, I pushed for a phone call, and I kind of set an expectation of that, right? I'm like, well, cool, let's talk with both of you together and see what his thoughts are. So she comes back and says, well, he's actually unavailable. He's on ship. So that's kind of a rare thing, right? I mean, I guess in Savannah it's not, because you're on the ocean. But at the same time, it's like, that's different. You normally don't get that. It's not like he's off at war or something. It's almost like that. So basically, this is where I left off. What would you say to that? Because if he's a marine engineer, I'd say he's got money, and this would be a great lead.
So for this one, I would probably get her email address and start her on a drip campaign for homes that I found in that area that would fit the criteria. So I would just say, something of, would love to keep in contact. What's the best email? Would love to send you some homes that may be a good fit as they come available. Or is that too salesy at this point?
Well, I think I would see, basically up here, I explained that, I have access to other homes that are not on the market and happy to approach other homeowners in neighborhoods you may be interested in. So like what I would do is I would find a couple, just send her one by one. And then if she's like, I like that neighborhood, be like, cool, like we actually have some that are coming on the market, or I'll go talk to people in the neighborhood. Like just by being different, just sending them a list is like, screw you, anybody can give me a list. I can go get my own list. Like they want like an instant response type thing, and they'll go find it somewhere else, but they can't find what I'm offering here. they can't find these homeowners that want to sell their house. You can, and we did that different ways. Same way, we'll bring the homeowners into this. They're like, that looks like my house. What's it worth?
Right.
Or I like that house. I want a bigger house. Cool. You need to sell your current house. And in a roundabout way, you get that listing. But what I would do is, say, is this like, I would find a specific listing that's like 300 or below, and let's fire that to her. Say, is this something like you had in mind or something different? Like, give her two options, not necessarily a list, because then she'll start talking about it, and then you say, cool, we can dial that in a little bit more. It looks like you like this neighborhood or that neighborhood or this area. Obviously, you're not concerned about walking distance, So she's got like different needs. So could we do that? Could we find her like a couple and send those over and be like, hey,
Sure.
you look more like this one or that one?
Said she wanted to do Pooler, Port Wentworth. Is that correct?
Yep, Pooler, Port Wentworth, and surrounding areas. So.
We'll just see what we get because we need to do one story. Okay, so this looks like this may come available soon.
And that's a new construction.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks like what, one step? That's easy, right?
Right.
So that could be something.
Great. And then, because I want to see what else she's going to look at if she clicks and stays around my website.
Yep.
I want to send it to her in my. All right, here you go.
It was the one with the star.
Okay, great.
So see, like we showed some kind of effort and how to keep that going. So now let's hop in. Basically, every one of these, you gotta understand, we're interrupting an interruption. People come to Facebook to escape, and then we interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
We give them what they want, but now we're connected, so they may or may not reply back to you. So what I would do is I would go down through each one of these, and
Mm-hmm.
I would say, are you looking for a primary home or an investment property? Question mark. So that's like the easiest question to ask. No, ma'am, very nice. Way out of my price league. Awesome. Oh, I have a realtor. So I said, thanks for letting me know. And basically what I do with those is you can just hit the check box and it'll go away over on the left to the right side of the left box. So
okay. Fabulous.
if you do that, it just moves it.
Great. Okay.
So that lady said she was a realtor, and I was like, well, it sounds like you don't need us. So you could just like move that one too.
So that, okay. Check that one.
Yeah. So the just browsing is, I'm just browsing if I go look at a car. I'm curious. So you want to provide some kind of value to progress them along the way, Say, cool, I'm just curious too. What about this home caught your eye or something like that, You want to be conversational. Think of it like dating. You're not like trying to get their phone number right out the gate. You just want a response. And you want to put your personality to it. And I'm a fan of emojis. Like if you do emojis, that's cool. If you don't, like do you,
Okay, great.
Cool. So you just keep progressing down through there. Other than that, your goal is to start a conversation. Once you have one going, I would mark it for follow-up so that you can come back to it later, because it typically does not just all end in one day.
Right.
Like, I don't know if you saw the video with Hillary, but like it started in like May and then they closed like I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so. But it was conversational back and forth. She was like, I'm going to look at this open house. And she's like, cool, don't talk to them if you want me to represent you. And she was able to like write the offer and never see the house. So this right here is an example of they trash canned you and you can't write them back. So that would just delete, or you can just do the checkbox and it'll go away. But primarily, like, you want to block out 30 minutes or so at a time and do this every single day, because there's so many coming in, and out of 100, if you convert 1%, you're
Right.
average. But out of 100, I expect 3 or 4. It just requires the effort. So
Totally.
that one right there, they have not read. But so what? Let's push them again.
Which one?
See
What
how
was the name?
right there, that one, the Lori one that you're on. See how it's got the little checkbox where it doesn't have the head over on the right?
Mm-hmm.
That means she hasn't read it, but we don't care. We can push her again.
All right. How do we push her? Just say something else.
Yeah, you just say something else. Say, are you looking for an investment property or primary home? Or just putting some fillers out. I would do that. Are you looking for an investment property, primary home, or just putting some fillers out? Because that's kind of, you got to think about it. It's like less threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll come back and tell you something. So I would copy paste that one and just use it over and over with the rest of those and try to push those through. You could also do voice messages, or you could do a selfie video. Selfie video, like video in general, people that watch videos retain like 90% of that versus a text. So I would make one video and say, hey, what's up? This is Nicole. Just wanted to put a name with a face and let you know I'm a real person over here. How can I help you? And then
Yeah, those stats are nuts on those. Totally agree. All right, so we got a no thank you from this one, but she didn't trash can us.
Well, I wouldn't trash can it. I would try to.
No, I'm saying she didn't trash can us, but we got the no thank you. So we can push her again.
Yeah. So what do you typically say to a no thank you? Like, if you're going to bring some kind of education back to it, not knowing if she has a house or doesn't have a house, like if I was going to throw something back, I'd be like, hey, right now the interest rate is low.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, if you are interested, now's a great time to buy.
Or, she says no thank you. I'd say, are you already working with someone? Are you working with someone else, or just like early in the process? See, like, we just ignored the no thank you and went for something else. And you'll get another response out of that. This one, you could do the same thing. Yep. And all of these came in this morning. So once we smoke through those, we'll go look at the other ones that you have from a couple months ago and start talking to those. Those are a little bit different because, like, you didn't talk to them, so you have to come back with a different approach. Say, hey, this is Julie, Nicole's assistant. Want to make sure you're taken care of. It looks like we missed this, or something like that, So
when these like light up again, what does that mean?
When they light up again, that means that that's your message. Or,
well, do you see how like we just sent messages to all these, but yet he's bolded? We just clicked Larry. Larry was bolded, and now.
So basically, it makes it unread because you just sent it, so it moves it up to the top. It's kind of weird like that, but
well, okay.
nothing really. It just means that it hasn't been read on his side.
Okay.
I'm going to show you an example of a selfie video. Do you mind shooting one, and then we'll show how you can attach that? Like we can show the mobile version of how to do that.
Sure. We already.
Let's see.
Hi, thank you so much for your message. This is Nicole, First Class Real Estate. I'm a realtor here in the Savannah area and would love to help you with any of your housing needs. Thanks so much for inquiring about this home in particular. It's a gorgeous house, great spotted town. You should have all the information that you need, but I'm here to help if you need anything else and look forward to working with you. Okay.
I like that.
That work?
Yep. Like in a future one, I would be like, I don't know where you're at in the process, but I can help you with X, Y, Z. Easy as can be.
Great.
And what I would do is I would wait until she reads it and then follow that thing up with like a voice message. Do you want to send somebody else a voice message? We'll basically say the same thing. If you scroll down, let's scroll down and pick one of the older ones that's from a couple months ago. Doesn't sound like, let's do that one, the August 2nd. Morning, about 1 year. Doesn't sound like you're in much of a hurry or you're looking, yeah. So this was back in August. It's perfect time to like check back in. Let's send a voice message. So on the left where it's got the little plus button down at the bottom, you can hit voice, it'll pop up a little record button. And basically you'll say, hey, we're a couple months down the road, just wanted to go ahead and get you started. Have you talked with a lender yet?
Sure. Hey, Glenda. Good morning. This is Nicole Parker. Just checking back in from a couple of months ago. Know that you were interested in potentially looking or getting started in the process of buying or selling, potentially downsizing or upsizing. Just wanted to touch base and see how far along in the process you were, or if I can help you get in touch with a lender. Have a great day. This is Nicole Parker. Talk to you soon.
That's perfect.
Great.
Perfect timing, makes sense. She gives you an arbitrary time frame. That's perfect follow-up. Let's go to another one. The cool thing I like about voice messages is I can say, hey, Daryl, hey, Wendy. Like it's
Right.
nothing to just fire it away. It's a whole lot easier than sending a selfie, and it's personalized. Compared to the selfie, I can just attach the same one over and over and over and over. So
Right.
you can switch it up and see which one you get more response from. Not at this time. So that was July. So the last time we hit them was not at this time. I would send that selfie video.
So that's cool. I can go back in and just start scrubbing these, send either a voice, a little chat, or a video, whichever makes most sense. Any other little tips or tools in here to go over?
Not really. I mean, it's a persistence thing. It's like going to the gym. You have to do it every day.
What's the Instagram direct?
So if you have Instagram connected to your page, that goes to your Instagram inbox. So you can chat with both of them all within one app without having to go back to Instagram. Basically, what they did for business is try to make it easy where you only have one spot to go to. So technically, you can post to Instagram from here too.
Awesome.
But for like purposes of everyone else, we don't really care about you posting stuff. It's all about chatting with people that are coming at you. So I would turn the filter part off up there and just go back to all messages. And then also see that little tab up there says comments. You want to keep an eye on that because somebody might comment like on an ad and they might say, I want that one, or I'm interested, or whatever. And if you don't see it, then you don't see it. But if you see it, then you can chat with them there. But click on that congratulations one just for an example. We can just imagine this was the listing and they said congratulations. So like you could easily reply back and be, they would say, I'm interested, say awesome, engage with them there. If they tag somebody, you want to reach out to the person they tagged and say, hey, George tagged you. Are you looking to buy right now? Or,
For sure. That's awesome.
Monitor that because as the ad runs longer and longer, you're going to get those, or you're going to get, oh, that's my neighbor's house, or whatever. You get all kind of comments. You want to keep a pulse on the comments. Other than that, go-to list to help, where you can just copy and paste if you're new to this. So that's usually helpful for newer agents that don't know what to say, or they just need something to go by. So we provide that as well. I would just keep in mind, you're not necessarily trying to get them to jump out of the car just yet. They're going 100 miles an hour down the road, and you want a phone call. They don't necessarily want a phone call. You got to have a phone call. You can see how I progress to a reason. Well, let's see what he thinks about it.
Perfect.
Is there any other thing that you could think of that may be helpful?
No, this was just more helpful to show how on the go or using this on my phone, I would use this a bit more than anticipated. So that was good to see.
Yeah, I mean, 90% of our users do it from their phone. Some people actually, they get like a VA, or they get an assistant to just sit there at the desk, but they've already got those selfies and people are just firing away.
Right.
But for like the solo agent, this is perfect. They come at you all day, every day.
So for one, and we kind of did a price point that was middle of the road. How many buyers or conversations do you anticipate to see from that?
I mean, it really depends on the area. I mean, I can show you. We'll hop in. Because my goal was to run the thing for, like, to basically up the ad spend and do a lot all at once to get them stacked up, so we had some to look at.
Sure.
As you can see, we're 16 in, 58 cents a piece. We spent $10 between basically this morning to get that many. Over time, like, the price will go up and down, but I would anticipate there's no shortage of people interested in that. What I like to do is put a house out there that's different, that may have a third garage or an office or something like that, because that is talking to people that want to move up. And guess what? They need to sell their house too. So, like, that will come out.
Sure.
But you want to attract that with the listing. So I know, every house needs to get sold, but for the purposes of this, to get more listings, I would use those move up houses.
This is cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.